Somebody call a doctor because Bad Medicine's back. Over there is Diamond Dave Damone. This is the Appleton Oak. That's the answer. I'm Mason Quinn. Folks, today we are getting back to Miss Marvel. This is episode 5, Time and Again. And look, it's been a pleasant surprise. I'm just hoping that as we near the finish, they don't botch it. So I'm excited.
You know, the fact of the matter is you just don't want them to drop the ball. But I'm definitely ready, willing, able, because I'm confident they will not.
This has been a pleasant surprise for me as well. It's a good story. They're doing a ton of fan service, and hey, as an 80s fan, some of their Easter eggs or whatever you want to call it has been top notch for me, so I'm excited.
Selfishly, I'm hoping for another showing of Brown Jovi. But I don't think it's going to happen. Let's go!
The Dominion of Pakistan has been demarcated for Muslims, while India is a secular state with a Hindu majority. Millions of people make their way across borders. Indian struggle for independence. Back in
train.
There's Gandhi.
1942.
Wow.
When did Sardar film take place?
It had to be around that time, I would think.
No, I think it was about 20 years earlier. I think it was in the...
So this is the 1920s, maybe?
I thought so. Yeah. That movie was incredible, but incredibly difficult to watch.
Oh! I'll slow you down.
Oh.
There she
There
is.
she is.
Oh,
nice.
Oh, nice. That's
The
awesome.
way they did that.
Leave now! Get out! Away from here!
She looks has a look of determination.
Oh, there's the bangle.
Touch me and I'll break your leg.
You mean this one? It's okay. I don't use it much anyway.
What do you want?
There's food and a place to rest if you need to use my cottage.
It's not every day you find a model laying in your field sleeping. I mean, the least you could do is offer your cottage.
They've been hanging out there all day. Todd is looking better and better as nightfall closes in.
Mm-hmm.
No human alive can resist the smell of a fresh fried paratha.
Well, if I knew what that was, I would tell you different. Looks good, though.
So, do you have a name? Or shall I just call you Hungry?
Shell.
It's like that. I'm hungry. Hi, hungry. I'm dad. Is that like a low-key dad joke that they threw in there on us?
You're clearly not British, and you're not from this village. So what brings you to mind, Oscar?
This bangle.
Well,
She's got some crazy big eyes.
Do you know when I saw you out there, it reminded me of my favorite poem. When the soul lies down in that grass, the world is too full to talk.
Oh, that's a smile.
What you seek is seeking you.
what you
Aisha.
seek
Oh.
is seeking you.
My name is Aisha.
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 And there's the sparks, ladies and gentlemen.
She who lives.
I was waiting for a voiceover. We spent all night talking.
Yeah. I didn't sleep very much that night as we talked until the
Oh, that smile. Somebody might be in love.
And she's not trampling any roses anymore.
I know that you're pretty attached to that rotting tree branch, but I thought it might be nice to have a walking stick that actually helped you walk.
When we first met, you threatened to break my leg.
Well,
I'm going to break both.
Thank you for making a home for me here.
A home. Oh! Fast forward.
Yep. Congratulations. I love you.
the best line ever.
Nindiya re nindiya, tu aake.
It's a sweet frame for a crib.
She looks at you as though you're magic. I can't say that I blame her.
Well, you know what this thing does?
But that one's a lot smaller,
Oh, here we go.
isn't it?
Well, the one she had, she put
It's like
on
it was like doubled up almost.
Yeah, but it extended when she put hers on. Remember?
That's right.
With all this bloodshed, they call this peaceful.
We will get through this.
That's never
This
good.
hour?
अरे तुम ही कहते थे हम एक हैं और अब तुम ही अंग्रेजों के हाथ में खेल रहे हो.
Oh boy.
ना कोई मुझसे फूल खरीदने को तैयार है और ना ही कोई मेरी बीवी को दूध बेचने को तैयार है क्योंकि मैं मुसलमान हूँ.
माफ करना भैया, बुरा ना मानना, परेशान है.
कोई बात नहीं, सब लोग डर गए हैं. ये वक्त भी निकल जाएगा.
You shall not pass.
Whoa.
That's all I think about whenever I see you shall or.
Someone. Is that
our girl?
Kamala.
The Clandestines?
Yep. Oh no, it's the
Yeah.
Yep. Our baddie.
We searched everywhere for years. But now that I've found you, we can put our plan into action.
well about that?
Things have changed for me a little.
I found
Don't you want to go
Lerv.
home? I should. Of course I do. But I hid the bangle for safekeeping. Retrieving it will take some time.
Oh, she doesn't like to wait.
Retrieving it will take some time.
You have until sundown tomorrow. And then we will all go home together.
It's what you think.
What I meant to say was the bangle's in the house next to the baby, but you can't have it.
Everyone's trying to leave now while they still can.
This is all I've ever known. My father built this house for us.
More time passed.
New adventures can be scary. That's why I need you to hold on to this for me. This will keep you safe wherever you go.
Or a crazy lady's gonna try to come get it from you.
Well, not you, just your granddaughter.
Aisha, please, I can't keep up.
This is the last train, Hassan. We need to hurry.
What are we actually running from?
Who's that woman you were talking to last night?
Oh.
I don't think you want to know her.
I need to show you something. You always said I was magic.
Oh.
But why are you telling me now?
You knew I was running from something. Never pushed.
Because I didn't care.
And now
That is a
Kamala drop in.
That's a lot of people.
Sanat, not safe. You have to take her with you.
What?
You have to trust me with this, Hassan.
Aisha.
For her sake.
Aisha.
Oh, did she see her?
You must have.
You've turned your back on us. Your family. Your people. Where is the bangle, Aisha? Najma.
It'll be okay, Batsa. She'll be here.
Oh, I thought maybe when she dropped the blanket, it might have got lost.
Oh, no!
Last thing I do.
Oh, what?
They are surprising the hell out of us.
Oh, no.
See? Should have been holding her.
There's no worse feeling than turning around and seeing your kid gone.
Did you see?
Oh, is Kamala gonna drop in now?
Oh, she's kicking out those stars so Dad can find the...
Oh, this is where we got
And now
Kamala,
here
okay.
she is.
Oh, she was right there.
Bangle worked. Sana, it brought you back to me. Is the same Nani like the story? She's okay. Because you are here.
Oh.
Damn it, we did lose her. All right, that mom needs to go.
All right, you got to find a needle in a stack of needles. Oh, it was that easy. I get it.
Let's go find Nana, but
Oh, this vertical panning out shot's pretty intense.
I'm gonna need you to jump, okay?
Oh no.
Oh, she can do it too.
Oh, she's got the bangle.
Yeah.
Good thing she showed him what that can do.
Yeah, Hassan.
It was me.
She was the one the legend was all about.
Yep.
Wow.
Oh, look
That
at
is-
that. Tense.
It's a lot
The
of folks.
sea of humanity.
Oh, getting called back.
Now that she did it.
Yep, made the
Yep.
save. Oh shit, where are we now?
Back to the fight they were having.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, everybody got kicked back.
Yeah, when she went through.
Okay.
Is that the portal? A portal? Dale?
Amish is still not home. You know, Magnum got lost once. I had him microchip. Magnum is a dog. Kamala is a girl. Okay?
Yeah.
I mean, she has a phone, right? You can just log into your account and use the Find My Phone feature to see where she is.
Then why am I only just hearing about this?
And it works fantastic.
Najma, we can go home.
Nana!
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 Oh.
Whoa. No. You're not
Yep.
going home.
It looked like a fatality.
Pretty much. Finish her.
Oh, that wasn't good.
Spreading, just like they said in the model. Oh.
Oh, that was nifty.
You alright?
Was she gonna try?
It's not gonna work. It's just gonna destroy everything. Please help me close it. I can make it.
Oh, no, you can't.
No.
Yeah, go ahead. Try it out.
I left him behind.
You sure did.
Fucking get him.
Or you could just try to go through and turn to dust.
There is only one way. I can close it.
Oh, there we go. Well, see ya.
Bye. Oh.
What did that
just
do?
happened there?
Kind of
It
ability.
just- Him the same.
Well.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, oh, wow, that gave him something. What am I not understanding there?
Who is that?
Salam alaikum, auntie.
Uh-huh.
Nani?
Walaikum salam, beta.
In English, it's Sokka.
Our family is magical. Wouldn't I have told you so many times over the years?
This is for you.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Hummy?
Because remember, she didn't have a picture. The only one she
Yep.
had, she drew.
Yep.
This photograph and those lights? How did that happen?
That's a long story.
Two people fell in love and created something much bigger than either of them would have created alone.
Oh, look at Mom starting to come around.
Shall we go home now?
Yeah. Actually, I have one more thing I need to do, but I'll be right back really quick. Just one. Okay. Thank you, by the way, for everything.
You know, if you ever need anything, I'm just take all away. Although the U.S. government may or may not have several warrants out for my arrest, so.
Just a few.
Details.
I was giving her a
For you.
She's going to hand it back and say, I've got a mask. I've already got one.
It's the red scarf.
No, just...
Now, if she had some ODM gear, she'd be
Yep,
set.
I was just gonna say.
Babysitting.
Yeah, the
I've already got one.
scarf.
Oh my God, who is that?
Who is that? That's your mother at your age.
No.
No. She ran away when she was 17 to follow that star, Bruce Springfield. Please don't put all these lies into my daughter's head, okay? It was Bon Jovi.
Yes, of course it was.
They gave us Bruce and Springfield. Was it Springsteen or Rick Springfield? Either way, a double
Your father and I had
reference.
a lot of adventures, Kamala. None of them have been as thrilling as being your mother.
Especially the last 20 minutes. Back at the old Circle Q.
Let's see what Henry's doing.
Brian.
Oh, it's Bruno.
Bruno.
Brian?
I still calls him Brian.
What are you doing here?
Can't trust him.
Argon. It's one of my favorite elements.
You going Breaking Bad here?
It's nice to meet you. I'm Kamran. Bruno. Oh my god, I genuinely thought your name was Brian this whole time.
Oh, no, I had noticed the first 4 times that...
The first 4 times.
We'll figure out where to go tomorrow.
No, I need to stay here so my mom knows where to find me.
Dude, she left you behind to fend for yourself. What makes you think she's coming back?
She wouldn't just leave me behind like some kind of orphan.
We'll just stay here. We'll figure it out. Well, I don't know if you're hungry, but my Nona's out of town. She left some lasagna. in the fridge.
So wait, does he own that whole building?
He must have got it from his parents. Oh,
Took out the drone.
yeah.
Oh,
Oh!
Oh,
Taking
poor
out
Bruno.
Bruno's store.
Oh,
There's our cliffhanger.
I hope he had insurance.
this is gonna
I hope he
head
had
us going right into the
insurance.
next episode, eh?
Yeah, for the big finish.
So the penultimate.
Yep.
I thought it delivered.
Yeah, no post-credits
this is
scene,
pretty good.
but
I like the whole backstory. That was pretty.
that was the first.
Pretty
half.
entertaining and well done. And
yeah, and again,
a lot of fun.
I think our knowledge that we've had of, some of the movies that have, one movie in particular, Sidar Unum, that kind of gave us a little bit of insight and kind of educated us. It just feels like this story hits a little bit differently than what it would normally for us, I think. So, yeah, I loved the whole backstory that we got, all those scenes they had showing everything that happened, showing the massive waves of people trying to get where they had to go on top of trains, just filling everything up. Total chaos. I can't believe that Kamala actually, found her. Granted, you could say maybe the bangle may have helped a little bit, but
that's my guess.
yeah, it was still a needle in a stack of needles, not even a needle in a haystack she had to find, but it worked out. And yeah, this one delivered. The only thing that kind of had me a little bit confused, I don't know if you'll see it in the reaction, was I was confused why Kamala was having empathy, I guess, for our big baddie and didn't want her to go into the portal knowing that would happen. I mean, she just stabbed somebody who could potentially be your teacher to show you how to harness and use the powers, and their whole crew laid a beat down on Bruno and her as well. So I don't know if there was something that we missed outside of a mother not wanting to Kamala not wanting a mother to leave her child behind. That's the only thing that I can kind of figure out. But it's like, still, she was a baddie. She had to go, right? Like there was
you gotta
no.
remember, she's a kid, so she's not going to have the mindset
16.
of like one eye for an eye,
Wow.
So.
I mean,
and it's
maybe she should have watched a little season 2 of Shane, and she'd have a little bit
Well,
different
she should have
opinion.
talked to Bruno about like, hey, your experience with Walking Dead. Tell me.
It's also a superhero, and they're always looking for the good in someone. How many times has Superman let Lex Luthor go?
But I'm just wondering, what would have happened? Okay, so she doesn't let her go through the portal. Then what is our baddie and her team's whole idea of what they're going to do? Then where do they go from there? So, like I said, that's my only complaint that I had about this episode. And again, I can understand it because they did kind of preach throughout the series, a strong family bond, mothers and daughters, sons and fathers, vice versa, how important that is. So I understand that about how Kamala didn't want our handsome young man Cameron, apologies, to not have his mother around. So I mean, I get that, but yeah, in my opinion, she still had to go, and I think we are shaping up for a pretty solid finish here. I like where it's going, and yeah, and again, I feel like a broken record saying it, but this has been a pleasant surprise for a new and different Marvel series. They definitely took a chance on some different things, and I like it.
Yeah, the whole diving back into the history of Aisha was really well done. I thought it was kind of fun the way that she was like standoffish at first for Hassan, but then he used his charm and some good food and got right to her heart that way. And then we saw the grandmother be born, and the whole backstory I thought was really cool to see. Then what it all entailed that night in the train station with all those people. And like, you're right, yeah, needle to a needle. I am with you in thinking that it was the bangle that kind of helped Kamala find her and bring her back to her father. But like, even getting the words of wisdom from Aisha, and then we find out that the whole time she was the legend and was able to bring back the photograph for her grandmother. So then I like that at the end, that nice little moment with grandmother, mother, and daughter all together, and like even reminiscing over old photos. So that was really cool. And then we got Kamran. Now, what powers does he possess? It looks like they're very similar to Kamala. That with the fist that he essentially sent through the wall, but then it immediately took out Bruno's building. I like the little levity between them, and like, I genuinely thought your name was Brian. I am so sorry. So R.I.P. the end of him calling him Brian. And then with the cliffhanger, then that was really great to set us up this final episode. Now, previous series that we watched, the final episode didn't quite hit all the ballpark, but I'm still confident in this one to do the opposite of that, because this show has been so much fun to watch, and this episode was again a lot of fun, and really hit home the what you are seeking is seeking you, which you saw is from Aisha at the beginning. So another great episode. I cannot wait for the finish of this season.
Yeah, this was a good episode. I'm gonna kind of mirror what Mason Quinn in The Answer said about knowing a little bit about the history of India and Pakistan, and obviously Siddhar Udham based on a different time frame, but the same struggles that they faced in India with British colonization, which for those of you watching outside of the U.S., and I'm sure people that are watching inside the U.S., and I can't speak for these guys as far as their high school, but do you remember ever learning anything about British colonization of India in high school?
I mean, we just learned about Gandhi, a little bit.
He was mentioned, but
we don't
much else.
Like in the United States, that's not. Oh, by the way. We knew that there was, like, if you go further back, of course, we knew there was British colonization and stuff like that. But as far as their presence in India and the treatment and stuff like that, like, that's not stuff we learned about at all. So it's kind of eye-opening, and we come into this with at least a little bit of like, oh wow, is this, like, okay, this is relatable. And there's a lot of empathy and sympathy for the people and what they went through. But this was a good episode from a storytelling standpoint. I like the way they worked in the stars, and it's the only thing that is like a little confusing for me. It's kind of it's like the grandfather, not complex.
It's like in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Yeah, it's like, so if Aisha, they said, or excuse me, if Kamala was the one who went back and showed the stars,
but we did do it.
But if she got the bangle later, but if she never found the bangle in the box, does she go back in time? I don't know if it's called the grandfather complex.
Paradox.
Grandfather, yeah, it's not complex.
Complex.
I know it's not complex.
That's a different movie.
Worried about looking like my grandfather.
It's over there thinking two-dimensional.
Paradox. But yeah, so that was kind of interesting, but very good storytelling. I like the way they showed Aisha meeting up with Hassan and the things that they were going through, and the scene done by the train station. I mean, as a parent, I have yet to more than about 0.2 seconds lose track of where my child is yet, and he's almost 4. But I know people that's happened to, whether it be in stores or whatever, and like I can't even imagine the panic, and not to mention just losing track of a child, but in a crowd like that, given the circumstances. So it creates a pretty dramatic environment. If I had to nitpick anything about this particular episode, and it's not anything major, the CGI when they went into the portal was a little rough. Yeah. You come to expect a level of animation, CGI, whatever you want to call it, from Marvel. So that felt like, it was like, ooh, that felt like old. It reminded me of one of the Indiana Jones movies. I won't say it any further because I know some of these guys haven't seen them. But if you know what I'm talking about, it reminded me of an old Indiana Jones movie. But other than that, I really, I really can't say that I have a lot of complaints. Again, overall, the show has been, it's been a pleasant surprise for me. I'm not gonna, I don't think I enjoy it as much as I did Hawkeye or Captain America and the Winter Soldier, but I am definitely enjoying it, and it's a different pace. What we've said before, WandaVision was like funny, but then got super serious. Loki was just super intense, like pedal to the floor the whole time. So this has been an interesting ride. And of course, as the 80s fan, I'd say, Bruce Springfield. I was like, wait a minute, was it Springsteen or was it Rick Springfield? Both popular right around the same time. And then of course she threw in Bon Jovi, which, look, it's real easy to hook the old Ogie in. You throw in a little Bon Jovi reference in a Marvel show, and I'm in. But it was also, interesting at the end that, Kamala got to see, that when her mom was young, she was, it's not like, yeah. And I think sometimes, and I can speak from experience, when you grow up, everybody thinks their parents are like sticks in the mud, And I think, that's why so many parents today, try to be the cool parent, which, I don't think always works out the best. But, you always think your parents are, I'm a fun mom. You always think your parents are sticks in the mud until you get to a certain age. And then when they're able to kind of peel back the layers and you're like, all right, pretty interesting. Times haven't changed as much as people think they have, but this is another solid episode.
Yeah, folks, for the folks that are way more smarter than I am about the history here, I'm curious to see how accurate the depiction was here of that time. Just because I thought they did a really good job of trying to, display the setting there, and a ton of urgency, which I thought they did a pretty good job on. So I'm just kind of curious to all those, how close was it, or was it ballparkish, or whatever your opinion is on it? Just let me know. As far as the story goes, we had really two halves of this, right? Because we had the past, then we had where we got left off in episode 4, and then the continuation to progress the story forward. It was interesting how the mom, I forgot her name already, Najma?
No.
Isn't that
Najma's the bad girl?
Yeah. The bad mom.
Okay.
The bad mom.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Her powers, it was interesting getting that transferred over to Cameron. So I'm curious to see. Obviously, we saw a little bit of that happen with the drone there, right? So I'm curious, how much is it just her powers, or did a little bit of her get in him too? Now he's
knowledge
a little more, or like they showed him as a baby face. So now I'm wondering if he's a little evil in him now.
To be our new
with
baddie,
the powers
for sure.
So I'm curious to see how that kind of turns out. We got another Bon Jovi reference. I'll take it. We'll
good
take
decision.
that one. I'm not gonna harp on the CGI stuff because this was during the run of the 2022, so 2021, like when She-Hulk was going on, they were just trying to throw you
everything.
guys know they tried to throw out all these shows. So of course, I'm sure that all these shows definitely suffered a little bit from a CGI standpoint, but it didn't bug me that bad.
Yeah.
It got the point across.
It almost would have been better if they would have just had them crystallize and then turn to dust. Then you wouldn't have had to worry about the cheesy skeleton.
Peel back to the skeleton.
Yeah, if they would have just crystal and then just dust. Maybe that would have been
For this episode, we saw how they were saving some money, right, by having the sound effects for when she was going up on the rocks.
Yeah. Yep.
So I mean, that's clear that they're like, hey, let's not spend that much showing her going.
Let's keep it a little bit
all the way
budget.
up. Let's just get the sound effects in, and then her
Yeah,
on the
she'll be
balcony.
there.
Boom, they're there. They probably, obviously, they wanted to keep more on the vaporizing kind of like sequence. So either way, entertaining episode. I'm actually pretty surprised at how entertaining it is. It's doing its job for entertainment purposes. Kind of like Oak was saying, of course, I hold Wanda and Loki as like our top tier, and then you got, you know, Captain America, Falcon, and then Hawkeye are kind of right there.
Yep.
But this is still serviceable. So, and I actually kind of will echo you guys. If it wasn't for, you know, our Bollywood films and whatnot, you know, I don't know how much more or less of a connection I would have to some of this stuff, because it's like, oh, I think we've seen that now, or
Yep.
you know, little things like that. So well done. Looking forward. I'm hoping kind of the theme that we saw with Moon Knight, She-Hulk so far, like the last two
episodes,
the final episodes have been either
Haven't
a
been the
mess
final
or just
boss.
rushed.
Yeah.
I just hope this ends on a solid note.
I wanted to say real quick too, I did like how they overlaid in like the real world like film reel that they did at the beginning too.
beginning.
I thought that was pretty cool that they placed that in as well to give you more of a better perspective as to what was maybe going on in case you didn't really know what was going on.
Yeah, I mean, I thought
that was really helpful.
Yeah, I think they had to kind of give you the real quick 10,000 foot view. They used the maps to kind of show what was going on, what was happening, and at least explaining it from that end for somebody who would have zero idea, you know, what any of it was even about. Because I've got to believe that that's probably 95% of the audience would have no idea about what was going on in India at the time. But
for me, the writing's been good. It's kept in a linear, continuous story, and everything's advanced. They've revisited stuff from earlier episodes. Again, you know, we saw a backtrack to the past and kind of the grandfather paradox, but it was done in such a fashion where you don't get, you know, too hung up on it. So as far as going into the last episode, you know, my confidence, I'm going to say, is pretty high. So, like I said, this whole series has been a pleasant surprise for me.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're going to see one last fight between Kamala and her, well, at one time love interest. And everybody knew Bruno was the guy. I think we're going to get a battle, and I do like how Kamala's powers have kind of progressed with each episode. She's taken steps into what she's able to do. I thought that's nicely well done as well.
Well, we're ready. Are you ready? And hopefully you guys are having just as much fun as we are watching this. So get ready, willing, and able for the last episode. So for Diamond Dave, Appleton Oak, that's Mason Quinn. I'm, of course, Answer. We'll catch you on the next one, pals.